Alright, well, I was just thinking something. What was I just thinking? We need to make the... right. I also want to spot right at the beginning here, since it's 3 in the morning. Let's just get out there, though. I don't know if we've got happy hour right now. I can't remember if we used it. I don't know. It actually may have just reset. What's up, Adrian? That's scary, Wrangler. So 168's doing good too, huh? Are they, do you know if people are using, like, the same stuff down there? Alright, we're going to do the very basic Tutti stuff we've been doing. Back to normal Tutti stuff. 10, 8, 6, 4, and we want to make 2 of these because we're going to spod. Yeah, there's happy hour. We're going to spod or spom? Yeah, we'll spod. Just once though, because yeah, we could quickly turn to overfeeding, I would imagine. Alright, 10 out of 10. Tutti. Is this it? Nope. Is this it? Yep. We want to be back at 35, and we're going to throw right at peg 1. $35. Right at peg 1. Let's get rod 1 and 3 in there. Because rod 2 will probably use a slightly different PVA, just to complement, but not to be the same. Also is tempting to not do PVA at all on rod 2. But we'll see. Definitely is a smaller setup. Might be nice to use something like this. It's got a little vanilla in there. Although some of these have... We can use this. It's kind of weird because this is almost like a... I don't know. We'll start off with this because we want to use this stack up anyway. Alright. Let's trade this out for our... Tutti stuff. Aroika, greetings, welcome. Whatever the past PVA to hit the water overrode. Nope, that is not the case. That was a, apparently that was a problem with translation. As long as the PVA flavors are complementary or ground bait or whatever, you actually have 2 different PVA recipes in there at the same time. So this is doing 10 portions, so we just want to do it once. Just want to make sure it actually gets far enough. It might blow back a little bit, but I don't really know how far this one casts. Oh yeah, that's good. 1 year, 4 months, 13 days, 16 hours. Yeah, it was nice to find that out. We had a couple things clarified recently on a question answer or something. Yeah, it's my internet, Wrangler. It's unfortunately it's going to buffer for about 2 seconds every 20 to 25 minutes. Maybe 15 to 20 minutes, something like that. It's pretty consistent too. I'm watching it though. So far we're good. I mean, we're good right now. It's not you though. Tis not you, it's me. Alright. So we're going to start off at amber. You started watching me for spots and tips? Oh, thanks for the support. I appreciate it. This middle rod is really just here so that we don't fall asleep with, you know, the low bite rate on the big stuff. But the outside rods should hit pretty reasonably sized carp. I don't think we're going to make anything else for a little bit, so we can do a little tipsy with mulled wine to help this storm. Ah, you're not playing RF4 anymore? What are you playing these days? Well, thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. You've been thinking about changing your name again to Gibble Kill It? Or are those two comments not related, Wrangler? Twangy? Twangy, that's what a country western guitar sounds like, right? FPS first person shooter. That's what you've been playing? Alright, it's a decent little common. Nah, that gibbles because of the bait I have on that middle rod. We've got really small stuff, especially for amber, on the middle rod. But these outside lines could be pretty slow, so I don't mind catching some gibbles and stuff on the middle. That's a nice one. 16.5 kilos right off the bat. Yeah, that's a good start. I made ground bait for you. Nice. I'm nice every once in a while. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's 168, I think. It's over there where we used to fish off of that dock and under the tree. Especially with like fishy stuff. Unless you mean this tree. No, that's a rock. I mean, there are trees by it, but that's like a rock or something, yeah. What's up, Kyle Kid? Rangy Tangy. Ah, gotcha. So you got 1,000 hours and 8 months and stops. So you kind of burned yourself out, maybe? Is that the working theory? Three hours in a month. It's going good, Kyle Kid. How are you? Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Kyle. At least on my Actually, that's what I'm doing on all three, but I've got the big baits on the left and right rod. The middle rod, I've got small stuff to kind of keep up the bite rate a little bit. That one popped right off immediately. That was another pretty good one. Not great, but it was a pretty... Ooh! Man, this is a nice one to be on these. So this has like 18 and 15 size pellets and boilies. This middle one does. The outside ones have the big stuff. So like during the middle of the day, we probably won't catch anything on the outside ones. But this is a nice little carp here. But yeah, that's mostly what I'm seeing, Kyle Kid. I'm sure there's other stuff that's working too. What did we hear yesterday? Some people were using squid, I think. And I definitely have seen people using cocoa and cream out here. Your only blue tag was on single corn? Interesting. You mean double corn, right? You think the next map will be a lot of bottom fishing? I thought the next map was going to be like trolling, like sea fishing stuff. I guess it could have a lot of bottom fishing too. I mean, not that that's been confirmed, but aren't we all working under the assumption that it's a good chance we're going to see some sort of sea fishing or something? Yeah, double corn. Yeah. Man, there's some healthy commons right now in this spot. So you think that new Ladoga met the quota of sea-type fishing, and that's not what we'll have next? Hey, you don't have to apologize, Arulka. I understand, have been understanding everything you've said. So during COVID, you had a lot more time, and instead of just playing first-person shooters all the time and getting tilted, you decided to fish more. Makes sense. It was mulberry wrangler. Bottom sea fishing would be fun. Like shore fishing, basically. It's what we always talk about doing when we're down in Florida, but then we don't have fishing licenses in Florida and don't necessarily want to take a chance. Let me look something up. Somebody was telling me one time you don't actually have to have a license if you're shore fishing, like on the ocean, but that doesn't sound right to me. It's valid for saltwater fishing from the shoreline or a structured affixed to the shore. So you do have to. Yeah. It's too bad they won't let you. I mean, there's so many tourists there. It's like if you just wanted to throw in some shrimp from the shoreline. You can't still? Is that still the case? Wow. What country are you from? Like, is COVID still pretty bad where you are? Oh, interesting. Hold on. Oh, that's funny. If you're fishing off the beach in British territory, you do not need a license. But it looks to me like Florida you do. Looks like for $17 you can get a saltwater permit that allows you to fish from the beach. Something like that. I don't know. That's what you do when you go to Kentucky. You get a 3-day license. Yeah, it may be pretty cheap in Florida, actually. You can get a day license or a 3-day as well in Florida. They sell them at Walmart. Do you know about how much, Blunty, off the top of your head? Time to unlock the 20-foot surf rods? Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be so fun. Yeah, what's up, Red Rebel? Long time no see. Actually, maybe not that long. But I've only seen you once or twice recently. Something like that. But I hope you're doing well. Oh, not now, like 10 months ago. So I'm glad to hear things have calmed down now then. Double Nuts, how you doing? So this spot was working good for you last night? I mean, it seems to be good right now. Of course, we're at the like perfect time of day for this. I'm just counting on the fact that we're using the big pellets, big boilies on the first and third rod, and I'm just counting on the fact that it's going to be like dead slow during the day, during the middle of the day. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I won't be. Is there any chat rooms with active people? Yes. There are chat rooms with active people. There's lots of them. You're welcome to come to our chat room. Just search for My Dogs, MY space DAWGS. But there certainly are other ones as well. We have, I think, 500 and something people in our chat room, so it's always active. The regular Tutti is on the outside lines. It's hard to compare, to be honest with you, Kyle Kid, because there's such different size baits. The soluble I'm using is only 15. Now, I will say it's working really well, and it's not just been small fish we've caught. So, yeah, if you had 3 of these set up, that would probably be pretty good. Still occasionally get a trophy perhaps, but mostly just get a really nice bite rate. But if you look around right now, there's just been lots of trophies as well as an occasional blue tag caught. And they've pretty much mostly been on this 24-25. A 3-day is only $15 last time you looked? Okay, 15 or 20. That's a little more tempting. So really all I would need is, I think, weren't there a couple of poles down there? I don't know if we would be able to use his poles though.
Are you talking about? Are you talking to me?
We're talking about shore fishing in Florida while we're there on vacation.
I don't know if there were or not.
I mean, it's not like I can take my little, like, not that they're Zebcos, but pretty much Zebcos and throw them in the salt water and expect. I mean, I guess I could, but it's pretty small gear. 13,000 red worms trying to get the Donitz Rough Trophy. Have you been at Seversky or Winding, Cranky? Europe, other country, hate England because if they're toxic in real life, especially towards tourists. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that, Arulka. Absolutely. What's up, Gravy? I think we've got a fish on this middle rod. But it must be pretty small because it's... Oh, maybe it's not. I thought it was just sitting there, but I guess not. Winding only. Okay. Join us. Just because with the time zone change, if I wait till nighttime all the time, some folks will never be able to make it. All right, later, Adrian. Hope to catch you next time. I think that's a generalization, though. I know some really nice people from the EU. Razor says hello to Mrs. M Dog. So does Alex.
Hi, Razor and Alex.
Hello back. Henry, thanks for the follow. Bolick, thanks for the follow. It's already after midnight. Goodness. Yeah, I mean, so it's about 6 p.m. my time. I definitely hope to at least get a couple of days this week where I potentially could start, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 hours earlier even. We'll see, but that would be the hope. Where's a good spot in Bear Lake? No idea. I haven't fished at Bear since being back in town. I think there are some spots, though, so if you look around, you should be able to find some info. What's up, Aspire? All right. Found for the Florida website for saltwater resident annual is 17. Non-resident annual 47. Non-resident 3-day 17. Non-resident 7-day 30. So $17 for 3-day or 30 for a week to saltwater fish in Florida. Red Rebel, thanks for looking that up. I appreciate it. I'm guessing it will. I don't think it'll happen because I think I would be the only one motivated to do it and try to take advantage of it. So it probably just won't happen. Hey Tiger, welcome to stream. And thank you for the follow, Tiger. Ashes Risen, thank you for the follow. So, Red Wet Rebel, do you see anything about non-resident shoreline? Because that's cool, like, that they have the shoreline only thing for residents, but what if you're touristy or visiting? Oh, nice, Aspire. Hope you enjoy getting back into it. It's 12:30 a.m. Paris time zone. Wow. Which spot are you at, Alex? You talking about like bream or what are you fishing for at Berg? Oh, okay. Blunty's saying at 55:31 clip 17 at Bear. That sounds good. I like that double muscle corn. You're at the bream spot? Okay. It's 12:31 in Africa. 12:31 as in you must be after midnight, right? Like it can't be a little after noon in Africa right now, can it? You're at 23:48. Mill, I think that I haven't done enough testing to answer that. Like today, I knew there's some really big trophies being caught, so I just decided, like, let's hit it quick. Let's spot it. Let's put PVA in. Let's just see how it goes. But I don't know that I've tested enough to really know if it makes much of a difference. Oh, okay, Red Rebel. All right. Maybe I just need to call down there and ask somebody. I mean, it sounds like for sure if you're a resident, you don't have to pay for a license to shore fish, but I'm just not clear on the non-resident. Cape Town? Yeah, a little after midnight. That's what I figured. Yeah, so that's the same as the Paris time zone, right? Hey, welcome back, Quester. I think I've seen you here before, right? You're from Norway. That's awesome. I appreciate the effort, Red Rebel. Y'all remember which section? Oh, I think I know. It's the guide section, right? Guides and tips. It's probably a staff guide. I think Levo made one a long time ago, right? On repairs. Yep, there it is. All right. Actually, I don't know that I can. I'm wondering if for my middle rod, if it would do better just to have like Tutti corn on there. Take off the PVA or put small PVA. And just try to get an even more active bite rate. I mean, we're catching pretty good stuff on this. Let's try that though. I'm just curious like what that would be like. So let's go to pop-up. Let's change to the Mugga. And let's just go with double Tutti corn. I guess we'll do yellow since I hardly have any red. And we're just going to put this on there. We'll see. That's the exact same website and quote that I saw, Wrangler. All right, pretty quick first bite on the corn. I thought so, Quester. I felt like I had seen your name, especially back in the day when I streamed more often. Emil says, I'm about to buy my third reel and don't know, should I take Tagara again or Megara? I would go Tagara again. But for me, I just like having a complete set of the same reel. And I think the Tagaras are, are great, so... What size boilies do you have? I'm using 25. I'm using same thing, 24 pellets, 25 boilies. Welcome back, Jay. Supposed to be more rain? Possibly, unless that was just the rain that happened overnight. Pretty good weather, though. Overcast, a little bit chillier. Maybe we'll catch a trophy. Congrats, Arulka. That's awesome. That is great. You've never went past 20 size boilie? It's usually not a good idea. Sometimes spots will start spitting out trophies, though, and you can kind of sit on them a little bit with the bigger boilie size. But it can get boring. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Blunty, it's just putting 4 corn together instead of the normal 2. Just like you'd use double boilies. With all of the carp rigs. Like, for example, let me find one that I've actually got. Alright, so this has got classic pop-up. This is classic pop-up rig, right? So we can set the mount up for 2 corn, or we can set it up for 4 corn, 2 and 2, right? Or we can set it up for 1 boilie, or we can set it up for 2 boilies. Or you can do a combination of boilie and corn. And then if you change it to classic hair rig or one of the sinking boilie types, it's the same thing. You can do 1 boilie or 2 boilies, 1 pellet or 2 pellets, or combination. And then the cross pollination comes in with Snowman, where you can now do pellets and corn, or sinking and pop-up together, or the 2 variants, pellets and pop-up, or sinking and corn. So lots of options, and that's not even getting into stuff like, you know, the maggot rig or the some of the specialization rigs. High percentage of commons here, but it's not just commons. We've seen a couple other things. I bet at night we might occasionally see a mirror, if we haven't already. I don't remember. No, we've just seen, yeah, we have seen a mirror, just one, and 1 linear, 1 frame, but mostly common. Yo, Thicemac, welcome back. It's good to see you. 76 in North Carolina. It's going to be between 86 and 91 next week. Yeah, it's pretty hot today here. Hey, Eddie, welcome back. How are you? All right, Arulka, catch you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Did you carp fish at Bear or Amber more, Rebel? Because I do think that that's true at Bear. Sometimes the more simple approaches just work better. But at Amber, I think I've always had good success with even double boilies at times or whatever. Glad to hear it, Eddie. Physician, welcome back. I mean, so before I left town, Wrangler, people were doing pretty good on black carp, of course, and other stuff at Bear. with both potatoes and cabbage. So it's, I mean, I think you could do all right. I mean, so far this spot has felt pretty good. I have not found eel. Do you have to trophy eel here for the trophy card? I know you have to get pike and bream because Jake's been working on that. What am I doing? Statistics, trophies, amber. Okay, no eel, but you do need pike and bream. Oh, I caught a trophy bream on pea porridge at amber. What? Wish I knew where. That was a long time ago. Pike. Eels at amber. Yeah, pretty good size. Not quite as big as they get at Old Berg, it looks like, but pretty nice eels caught here. I don't think the weeklies are ever at amber, though, are they? You got trophy roaches. Let's see, you were trying to catch barbel and you were catching trophy roaches. So maybe on cheese? What else could you have been using trying to catch barbel but getting roach? I mean, roach you get, I guess, goes for so much. Night crawlers. You could catch barbel on night crawlers as well as roach. But I doubt you would get too many roach on boilies if you were using corn or boilies for the barbel. Although I don't know how well that would actually work at bear. Roach is like a pig, it'll eat everything. You had a couple of roaches on the weekly bait? Wow. I'm just guessing that the reason why we don't catch eel at amber is that we're not casting into the right spots. You know how at Old Berg they're usually like close to shore and stuff? What was I going to look at? Oh yeah, weekly barbel. Are you catching any on your mussel corn? Are you seeing barbel come in? Barbel usually love the mussel stuff, right? Some of the like really nice barbel at amber seem to be caught on mussel when that's hot at amber. Yeah, I would think so. Hey, look at that. I didn't know there were still like rares coming out here. Happy hour rare. We will take that. That is tasty XP. Somebody ought to come fish for eel right here. Fish for eel overnight on frogs, fish pieces. Maybe put a bait fish in there. I got a good feeling. Oh shoot, I never said that I was live in our in-game chat. Oh, did you? How is Peg 1? I like fishing from Peg 1. RF4 speed runs? Not exactly. That would be pretty cool. I mean, yeah. That's pretty, I mean, it's a pretty cool idea. Unfortunately, I think those early levels you can cheese so much with like trophy bleak and stuff right now that I think that's all it would be is people float fishing at winding. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe there's faster ways to do it. Oh, it's a good idea, Alex. I might go to Yama tonight too, physician. Did you see that one spot about the king salmon? Caught on a Heaven Creek Hypnotic 20004. How much does that weigh? 20 grams, right? I think. We should be able to, you know, the problem I had the other day was I didn't have the lure was like medium test range, and I don't really have a good medium setup. But that was interesting enough that I think I do want to try that. Don't know which deep hole to choose. Oh, at Old Berg? Yeah, I don't have any idea. Sometimes burbot can be about as hard as eel to catch unless you find a good spot. This game's always been random. Giant catfish on Nargas? Wow. Or they insert electricity fishing for speedrun. Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear Peg 1's doing well as well. 264, 184, and it is 20 gram? Okay. You're going to put it on a heavy-ish setup? Yeah. That's about what I would use as well. Something very similar to that. I might use the Tama 5000, but probably on that same rod. I just thought that spot looked interesting. And that's kind of what I was wanting to do the other day, was just find a spot at Yama that I could go just at least do decently at, or try to. Maybe try some different colors from that same line of lures, or similar size lures. I don't know. We'll see. Sorry, where are you, Eddie? Did you already tell me that? Are you over at 168? Or somewhere else? Oh, sorry. You sent coordinates in message. There's a mirror. So now we're getting a decent variety. I don't know what's in the cafe right now, but pretty good variety over here. Are you talking about... Wait. That's yesterday, right? Are you still at that spot? 8573? You gonna save up for a Tagara now, Jay? I think we can actually measure it. Let me see if I'm remembering correctly. I don't think we're actually fishing the same spot, but I don't think it's that far off either. We'll see. I think this might be another frame, but I can't see it very good yet. It might just be another mirror. Doesn't that kind of look frame-ish? I think that is a frame. He's on his side, so I can't see his top half. Yeah, that's a frame. Nice frame. This is where I'm so glad I've got the middle rod set up like this. It's been a while since we've caught fish on the outside rods. Yeah, no, I don't think it's the same spot, but it's like close enough that you wonder if the spot, like, you know, connects basically. Let's see. If we start here. All right, so 35 meters is to here, right? So you're basically making it right into the 2 meter shelf. And then if you go over here, we are again sort of just into that 35 meter shelf. So now if you think about you know, here to here, I mean, they're probably 25 meters apart, something like that. So I don't know. I mean, it's definitely not the same spot, but would I still catch fish if I cast 50 meters at this spot? Or if Thigh Smack sent his 50 meters? I'm guessing we would, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that's a good point. Sometimes on peg 1, it is better to cast farther to the left, so that's really a different direction. Yeah, it's that same 2 meter hole. That's right. Yeah. No, I hear you. Oh, it's a nice little mirror. Is it Red Sox Yankees? Is that who it is?
I'm not sure. I can look.
I mean, it's whatever's coming on next year.
Yankees, Red Sox. Red Sox starts at 7.
Okay. Thank you. So we're at 16 and a half kilo, 16.2, 14 and a half, 12, 11 and a half, 7 and a half. Those are our top 6, right? You mean if you lost your whole line, the whole spool, when you got spooled? Yeah, that would be interesting. Unfortunately, I think that would just encourage even more Alt F4 before you spool. Wait, you're in the same spot, no bikes? No bites? You have PVA, Kyle? Oh. Because of the miscast. I got you. Yeah. Ours in this game, you know. I don't know who's pitching tonight, but you do have PVA. Now there's a bite. Okay, 124 with squid. I've definitely yesterday people in chat were talking about that squid was working at amber again, or still working, or whatever. Oh, did somebody catch it? Oh, Sneaky Wooly caught a nice king salmon. 20 kilos. I like it. Hydration. I completely finished that gallon of water by basically like, I don't know, maybe an hour after you got home. Hour and a half.
Good job.
I just felt like I had not been getting as much as I normally do this past week, you know? And I'm not sure on that because I did drink a lot during the day, but I'm not sure. All right, let's think about, since it's going to be a little quieter at night, let's think about that Yama setup, how I want to do that. First of all, do I have that particular Heavens Creek? I would love to know what size hook they're running on that. It's the Hypnotic, right? 20004, yeah. I bet they're running like a either a 1/0 or a 2/0, something like that. Did you on that post? What do y'all think he means? I mean, the way it Google translates it, it says and some match 3. Coordinates 264, 184, square I4, and some match 3. I don't know what that would mean. Is that right, Sneaky Pete? On an Angry Walker? Are you in that same spot? Kyle Kid, I'm using 36. Although this one does have a 30, because Eddie wanted me to try out this 30. So my middle rod has a 30 on it, but the other ones have 36. At least last time I looked, they did. Yeah, they still have 36. Match rods? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I just don't know what that would mean for this spot at Yama. All the fish look like... Although he does have a lot of like little graylings and stuff. Still though, I think he's, I don't know. I think he's catching those on the Hypnotics, but I could be wrong. On the Hypnotic. That king salmon is worth 1,200 silver. That is such a beautiful fish. So they were using a 30 centimeter leader, and it's only 18 kilos strong. And on top of that, they're using fluorocarbon line that's weaker than the leader. This setup looks all kinds of messed up to me. It is interesting that it's 30 centimeters, though. You think he means a lot of luck? Oh, okay. Oh. I got you, physician. Good call. That makes sense. You saw a big trophy with hypnotic black? Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, Emil. That's exactly what I'm looking at. But unfortunately, it just doesn't have the hook size, and also the setup they were using just looks a little wonky to me. I bet that was fun pulling that in on 17 kilo line though, right? That took a minute. Well, I might try that, Kyle Kid, because it looks like that's what... Although, I don't know. You think he's using a monoliter or a fluorocarbon? Sounds good, Wrangler. Hopefully this Yama trip works out. We'll see. Let me see if there's anything in these... in Discord about this spot at Yama. It doesn't look like it. Here's a cool ultralight setup for Yama. Trophy East Siberian Grayling. That could be our alternate spot if we get tired of the first one. Alright, let me look here. Twat says 9 to 15 kilo fluoro is insane. Oh, mono helps with the action for top water. Why, you think it's easier to get a jig step? I mean, that's the other thing this post doesn't say. Was he trying to get jig step, or was he just doing like speed up and stuff? Just depends on what direction with the current, and you know what I mean? Okay, so we're using a casting rod. He's using spinning. Does he even... He doesn't even say what speed, right? Nah, it doesn't say anything. There's almost no information. Alright, we're using this, and we're going to try the... It's probably on the Evora, right? Yeah. Alright. So we're going to use the Sal 5000 because it sounds like we're not going to that strong a line anyway. And I'm going to use braided line. I'm not going to put fluorocarbon if we're using the leader. I'll just do 17.7. And then let me see if I have a 17 something at 30. I don't. So let's make one. If we have the right common leader, there's 30. Let's see. So we want fluorocarbon right around 17, like this. Do they make material? Do they make fluorocarbon material at that size? I bet they do, right? I'd rather use material instead of pulling it off of a line. Wow. Things got complicated. Okay, his leader is fluorocarbon. All right, thank you. Google Lens is what I use for that. It's camera translate is insane. Is Google Lens, is that just like on your phone? Like I have an iPhone. Is that something I can use on my phone or no? Because I just use that app that you take a picture and then it processes it. I think you can also do it in real time as well, but it's not like perfect. Oh, look at these terrible cafe orders for for carp right now. Let's look at lines, fluorocarbon, and then we want the materials. Okay, that's 19. That's too much. That's 23. Again, not ideal. Okay, so we can't get there with materials, at least not exactly where we want to be. So I guess we have to use our line. Am I missing something? There's no other options, right? Unless we want to go mono. We would just have to pull it off of one of these if we really want to be at 17. And that should be fine. The diameter is 0.54, where this diameter is 0.54. So, I mean, it's the same as the material, right? I think we should be good. Oh my goodness. Any tips on catching taimen on Belaya? I just don't know, like right now, what's active, but used to, like when we had to do when we were doing the qualification for taimen there, I would go down here to 7261 or this area and cast straight across. Actually, I can't remember if it was all the way down to 71 or 72, but anyway, cast against the wall here and just bring it back. Remember, taimen tend to be, what, like early morning or evening? Especially, I feel like at Belaya, it's pretty unusual to get one just like in the middle of the day. It's an app on your phone? Okay. But you don't know if iPhone has it? Gotcha. You got a 25 kilo taimen with the rat? So did you get that at Belaya? That's a big one at Belaya. I feel like I was not using the rodents. I think I was using something else. I mean, you can catch them on rodents, but at Belaya especially, I feel like if you're in the right spot and using a little bit bigger lure, you can catch them on other stuff too. But that's where, I mean, if I was trying to do that right now, that's where I would start, is that sort of that one edge of the map, casting back towards the wall on the deeper side. Because that's where I've seen them in the past, at least. Have we still been, have we been dropping frames recently? Like, have we had that 1 to 2 second disconnect recently? I just haven't noticed. Typically it happens like every 15-20 minutes, and it's just been a while since I've noticed it. Oh, thank you, Blunty. It's a frame. The 17-point fluorocarbon 19 knot line. If people don't use a leader, I got you. Yeah, I mean, this person did have a leader on, but it was that 17. Bless you. This looks like a leather. Is it? We'll never know. Oh, there went the internet. Still happening.
As you said, it just shuts down for a second, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's already reconnecting.
Huh?
It's already reconnecting, yeah.
Does it shut down your stream?
Mm-mm. So far it hasn't. So far it's so quick that OBS just reconnects. You know, pretty quick. I shouldn't have mentioned it. Exactly. Lurch Dave says you jinxed yourself. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh, really? That is really cool, Blunty. Thank you. Sometimes, like, I wonder, why do we use such big baits when you can get really decent sized fish even on the smaller baits at the right times of day, at least, and then you end up making so much more silver per hour. But I mean, I know the answer, because sometimes you just want to try to catch the largest trophy you can. But all right, Razor. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. There you go, Thigh Smack. I like it. It's like the profit margin on this fish is so high because we're just using double corn and small PVA. Is that real? Is that right? 132, 147, clip 6. That spot's amazing. That's so crazy. Oh, this is a nice little frame, like maybe 16, 18 kilos, something like that. 18.7. By the way, this 3.2 kilo common ghost carp was way more experience than an 18.7 frame. It's kind of interesting. Ooh, white spotted char. That's cool. Any changes to weather happening there? Are we pretty stable? Ooh, you're on the good day. If cooler temps mean better fishing at Yama, you're on the good day. But none of this is bad, right? None of these days should be bad. Sunny right now. Alright, well, I mean, if we're going to hit a trophy here before we go to Yama, it needs to happen pretty soon. It's that time of day. Alright, so let's get that leader on that we just made. Are we just going to, like, use a lot of the hypnotics? I think we at least want like 1/0 hooks, probably. That would be my assumption. The bite rate on this one rod is absolutely phenomenal. That's probably what we want. Alright, so we want to use the black and yellow, the green, the yellow and black, maybe the red and black. Any of these three? I guess depends on what the weather's doing. These two might be alright. That's already got 1/0. That needs it. 006. Yeah, sure, Eddie. I don't think it should matter. I mean, you could check weeklies and see. I'm almost out of yellow, so I don't know if that means I was using yellow over there. I'm not sure. Let's see. The Hypnotic 006. Did I even have that one? I can't remember what the numbers were. Oh, okay. You're saying do use this one as well. And it already has the right size hook and everything. Okay. Alright. You had better luck with yellow? Okay. I'm guessing I was using yellow a lot over there because I fished there a while. And like I said, I'm almost out of yellow corn, so. Glad to hear it, Alex. That's awesome. Oh, interesting. Cocoa corn. It's a baby carp. Baby frame. Alright, let me see if I can... Let's see if I can pull up Eddie's stream. Are you into the RF4 category, I'm assuming, Eddie? Yeah, there you are. Okay, hold on. Oh, you've got my stream on, don't you? I'm gonna hear echo.
Are you talking to me?
Eddie.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like,
Oh, you've got my stream on. Hold on a second, Eddie. But I need to hear you talking or something so I can hear the audio. 1 second. What's up, Phil? You said yes, I hope. I guess if you don't, then you're not hearing any of these requests. How you doing, Phil? Whoa. Alright. Say something, Eddie. Y'all go throw some support Eddie's way. Alright. Say something, Eddie.
hey, you got me?
Yeah? You sound good, Eddie.
Yeah, I'm not.
Throw some support Eddie's way. Looks good, sounds good. Yeah?
Okay.
Sound good, Eddie. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't notice that, Alex. Oh, you're talking about like it's in windowed mode for him, basically. Because if you're on multiple monitors, you want to be able to switch back and forth. Yeah, I use borderless gaming for that, Eddie, if you want to look into it. I mean, you don't have to, but so if you don't have it in windowed mode and you click into another monitor, then RF4 wants to slide into the background, so you can't still see it. Where if you got it in windowless or bordered mode or whatever, then you can use something like borderless gaming to force it into full screen, so that it doesn't disappear when you click off of it. So I can still click over here and you all still see RF4 on my main monitor.